You might be thinking that you are taking a course in which I am the teacher and you are the taught. And it's all the other way around. It may be the other way around. It may be this way. It may be that way. But you have to go with any which way. So the universe you have to understand in all its oscillations and in all its ups and downs. Before we start the course, you have to be very sure in your mind what is it that you want out of the course. And for sure you will get it. There is no doubt. None whatsoever. But you have to be understanding. You have to understand certain things so that your expectations are right. The first expectation is, your expectation is that I am teaching you something. And teaching means becoming a guru. Guru means unclarity, darkness. Guru means removing. But you and whatever has happened in your life, that has made you on a Saturday evening click on this channel and communicate with the rest of us. The communication is a connection of the heart via digital circuit, but it is all about the heart. And your expectation is that I am teaching you something, but the reality is that your guru, your teacher is whatever gave you the pain that is making you spiritual right now. So whatever caused us any amount of harm, physical, emotional, financial, whatever causes any amount of harm is what is our guru, our teacher. That is the first thing you have to understand. And now, having recognized that your pain, your loss is your teacher, during the next 3 months, you and me, we are embarking on a journey, on an adventure of self-realization and knowledge about who we are. And I will be continually, with your permission, taking out the extra stuff. With your help, with your exercises, and with your help, taking out the extra stuff. So the story is when Michelangelo saw the marble piece which no one else was accepting, and I was in Florence, I saw that. And it's a statue of Goliath. He's standing in a pose which the medievals love, which is his legs are half crossed, and he's just about to embark on his fight with Goliath. When you go to Florence, in the middle of the city. The highlight is the statue of Goliath. And it's huge by our standards. But no one was accepting that piece of marble. And when finally only Michelangelo took it up, he took up the challenge. And marble is very difficult to work with, and it was a huge slab. So when finally he put it out, he created it. They asked him how he did it, and he just said Goliath was inside, and I just took off the extra stuff. So the same way in the next 3 months, with your permission, we will take out the extra stuff. So we have to work with your expectations. Before we start the course, I have to set right your expectations so that they can be met. If your expectations are incorrect, even then they can be met. But it's a more of a difficult job. Now, the course is about healing, mastery via enlightenment. Working with energy is very easy. I will initiate each one of you once more. And working with energy is easy, especially since your intention is that I want to evolve and I want to become a healer. Just the same way, I cannot teach you, but I am a catalyst to remove the extra stuff inside you so that the healer inside you is opened up. The same way that Michelangelo just released David. The same way, you are opening your heart and communicating with me and with the rest of the group and with each other. And the whole thing with healing is, it is very easy to become a healer. Getting experience as a healer so that someone trusts you and says to you, oh, Jay or Jean or Julia or Lana or Misty or Morgan or Preeti or Seda, I see that you are a healer and I am willing to trust my heart to you. And I will lie down, or whether you are at a distance, I will let you connect with my heart so that you can heal me. That is the difficult job. Okay, so healer and healing energy, working with healing energy, super easy. Becoming a healer with experience, it will take time, but you will get there. Time is not something that we go through. Time is flowing through us, so we will get there. Even if we sit there, time is like a river flowing. It's not that we are going through time. Time is going through us. And that analogy is very important. It is important because we are right now wherever and whoever we are. Marina, Jay, Jean, Julia, Lana, Misty, Morgan, Preeti, Sweta, wherever we are in one place, here. And there is something restrictive. There is something that keeps us small. And we want to be a healer. And with your permission, we will do exercises so that this locked up inside you, this masterpiece of David locked up inside you, is opened up. Now, to open this up, I do not have to give you something, you have to let go of something. Please understand me. That is why the course is also at no charge, because I'm not really giving you anything. It's already inside you, brother. Or whoever. I don't really call ever like ladies sister. Never have, never will. Yeah. So if whatever is inside you needs to be opened up, your first thought has to be the intention. There are millions of techniques. There are billions of books, mostly written by people, and a lot of books and techniques are by people who at some point were gifted to have that technique or book. And then that gift flows away because they were very good healers, but then they started to take money. The mind becomes, and the moment you start charging for your thing, because healing is an act of love. The moment you become conditional about love, it becomes an act of prostitution. No matter whether you charge 5 cents, $50, $500, $5,000, the moment you charge for your healing past love, it becomes prostitution. Because if you need money or attention or even respect, I want to be respected like a healer. And people nowadays, we are all desperate for love and attention. All of us. If someone says no to me, I'm walking to, and either my lifetime of training, even if my daughter says, no, I won't give this 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 days, maybe 5 seconds, I'll feel disconnected because someone said no, even though I'm training. So the point is that our healing powers come from being unconditional. The moment we put up a condition of money, we start getting side effects. We start getting ego problems. There are really good healers, etc., that I saw, and most of them had their own problems because they started behaving. I have this energy, and I told you that working with energy will be very easy for you. You're already in this class, so on a Saturday evening, you are already paying attention to clarity, which is flowing through me for your sake, allowed by you, controlled by you, and initiated by you. It may look that I'm the teacher, but no. There are 3 teachers. The teacher number 1 is the whatever losses in your life have closed your heart like this, so that you feel I cannot continue like the old myself. I have to become a healer, which means an unconditional supporter and giver of love. That's what healing is. That's number 1. Number 1 teacher. Number 2 teacher is, with your permission, I am the catalyst through which flows. Whatever you have ordered, this healing course that you have offered, that you have ordered, is flowing through me. It's not mine to give. The moment I say, oh, I'm going to make you, means that I am creating a hierarchy in which I'm saying, I am special. My Om is better than your Om. My healing powers are this. No, nothing. The moment I say that, it can go away. It can have a side effect. It can have even a negative effect. Because in the universe, the positive and the negative are very easily confused. So that's your number 2 teacher. And the 3rd teacher, your life is the teacher, myself playing the role of the catalyst. The 3rd teacher is deep inside you. Deep inside you, not anywhere. A sense of calm, love that is saying, enough. I want to change. Now there are two I's. For the sake of formality, so that you understand, because I'll be giving as a course, you will be getting some exercises, you will be getting some reading that you have to be doing. And the reading is going to be from the holy books. Straight off, you cannot be a gifted healer unless and until you are rooted in the divine. Straight off. You have these agnostic things. Maybe God is there, maybe God is not there. If God is there, then how does he allow situations like this to be happening, where an African child is dying and there's a vulture out there? Maybe better that way. And he's waiting for the child to die. Usually in the background, I have Om. But today my job is to be a catalyst so that I can shake you. So that the healer inside you, there are two eyes, not these two eyes, there are two eyes. One is the divine eye locked up deep inside you, struggling to come out. And the other is the eye that you think, my name is this, my body is this, my age is this. I have these things, I have this car, I have this relationship, I have this, etc. All that is a very short way to say. Everything that you say is mine, I, that is your personality or your materialistic side. Even if you say my energy. At a soul level, it becomes conflicting because even soul is an attribute. My soul. So deep inside us is something which is just unnameable. You cannot name it. You cannot define it. That is the true teacher. That is the true guru. And by focusing on that guru, with the help of one, the symbols of energy, the holy books, and unlocking in the holy books, the scriptures, the truth about the self. These three factors will make you what is known as a Vedantist. Veda, the ancient holy books of philosophy and knowledge from India. And whether we go with Sufism, whether we go with Vedas, whether we go with Sikh books, whether we go with Muslim books, whether we go with Bible, they all lead you to the same. Once you cross over the sea of taking the books literally. So once you stop taking, for example, in the Vedas, going to the highest places and going into the deep cave, and when you go to the places from where I am in the north part of India, you will find people are roaming in the Himalayas in cold and in actually meditating and finding caves and sometimes getting eaten by the bears. That's the real truth, because in the caves the bears are sleeping. So if you go out there to meditate, you may disturb them, you may not disturb them. But there are tons of their ashrams, etc. And people come to me, I was in this ashram in India, big deal. So what? So what? You went to India, spent so much amount of time, money, and I would generally have one question. Okay, so you went to India, you went and stayed in some ashram. How did you become a better person? In what way did you become a better person? And surprisingly, people are not able to give me any answer. They went, they had and the ashram was very peaceful, this was good, that was good. But after that, they are the same old, shitty old themselves. And I'm giving this example because each week you have to be defining with me what was the change in your life that has been initiated with our classes. Some of it is non-quantifiable. You can't quantify it. But you are the judge. You have to be able to say, yes, I felt this change. Okay, that's number one. That's the only thing that matters, that you change yourself and become a Vedantist. And Vedantist is just, I'm just giving you formal knowledge. All that Vedantist means is that you are a non-dualist. So when you read these holy books, etc., any holy book, most of the time they won't make any sense to you. Most of the time, 99% of the humanity is exposed to them, and judging from the behavior of the people around, can you say that the books made any sense to them, or they understood what the teaching was about, or they can now really understand that they are going through life in a much more mature manner? No. Look at the absurdity of the world which is happening right now. I was walking in the garden and I saw a group of people, even with the COVID, etc., doing yoga. And there was a good-looking dude in the center, like maybe 20, 30, like well built up, buffed up, and with all the with a non-fat, a body that has totally declared victory over fat and sugar, I believe, in every way. Maybe not sugar, I'm going to tell you what. And he is surrounded by 20 and all types of people are there, and they're doing yoga. And the whole stress, I was walking the dog, so I watched over, and they were all focused, one, on the body, and how to look, maybe subconsciously, like the teacher. And the guy was telling everyone, like, okay, do this now, push yourself up like this, yes, yes, yes. And he himself was having a coffee or cappuccino or something like that. So the word is now, he was not stressing. He was making people do these physical exercising, calling it yoga. Everyone had a yoga mat. And people are obsessed with the body. So that is one of the many absurdities that is happening on the planet. Because yoga is union. These healing powers, if you aim for these healing powers, I, Marina, Jay, Jean, Julia, Lana, Misty, Morgan, Natalie, Preeti, Sweta, I want these healing powers. Oh God, give me these healing powers, and then I will have the attention that I wanted. Then I will have the attention I wanted when I was 7 years old or 12 years old. In the childhood has left almost all of us with a crack in our personality. And we think that if I become a healer, oh my God, I will close my eyes on the YouTube, have my eyes crossed, have this expression, I know more than you, and then people will respect me, and they will say, Guru Sweta, Guru Jay, Guru Jean, Guru Julia, Guru Lana, Guru Misty, Guru Morgan, Natalia, Preeti, Sweta. You don't have to make any more money. You don't have to go to the office. You will do an people will be healed, and people will pay $20 to $2,000. I ran a meditation center for 2 years. I know if you don't ask for money, people can even pay you more. So, and you are happy. You are seeing, money is coming in, and you are getting the respect, and there are 10, 25, 500, doesn't matter how many people, you are giving to them pearls of wisdom from the Hallmark cards. You're telling them, life is an illusion. And people, yes, you have opened my eyes, and we are willing, we are very much in this materialistic world. We are very, very sad. We are very unhappy. With your presence and grace, now we are going to be happy. Here is the money. And you say, with grace. Yes, it's good. Just so that you know, becoming a God man and becoming a politician. These are the two best businesses on the planet. The two best, especially in India. This has been researched. It's not something I'm giving you my opinion. It's a fact. And all that holy money is non-taxable. So it's huge. It's huge. In India, it's the best business. And no one can attack it or something, and no one can. It's really a lot of scams happen out there in India almost every day. There is a godman who is exposed over out there. And people fall into that, but it's a double trap. Maybe the person who started out became a gifted healer and then started to exploit it and then was caught up in the trap. Or maybe he just faked it. So becoming a healer is super easy. Maintaining your balance so that you do not see yourself as being, I am more than you. I have this healing technique, may it Reiki, Pranic, Manna, Hawaii, whichever will practice them all. And I know more than you. I am more special than you. You are being healed. I am the healer, and I can charge you. And I know I have access to this universal energy and knowledge and this, and I'm better than you. That means that your interpretation was wrong, faulty, illogical, incomplete, inadequate. Because healing and training in healing is a dance in which all of us are dancing together. You can feel the dance in your hearts right now. You can feel the dance in your hearts right now. We can all achieve everything by ourselves, but it is a tad boring. We can achieve. These are times of communication. So we are in a communicated and consorted way. Together, we are letting go of the shackles. And from non-duality, from duality, we are going to non-duality. From non-duality, we are going to get the strength. So when you read any book, why is it that so many people read all these books, but they do not become advanced? Because they take these books literally. So in the highest part of you, your people go to Himalayas. In the deepest part of you, people go to the caves. And that's why Himalayan caves are, you will find when you go to Himalayas, I guarantee you will, if you go across Himalayas, you will see thousands of people, some who had everything in the West, as we know it, in North America or somewhere, and given up everything and now roaming in the jungles of Himalaya looking for Steve Jobs did it. There are lots of people who did it. I visited some of the places which I'm an Indian, and I went to some of the places that Steve Jobs said that he found peace over there. So I went over and checked them. Okay, and it was there. But you have thousands of people looking for those centers of energy, etc., wanting to become someone special. And having left all their money, etc., or even willing to, whoever is the best con man, whoever convinces them that you are special, they think that, okay, already their defenses are down because we have that crack from our childhood that we need to be doing better, and whoever offers us a chance, we surrender. But what we are going to be doing is, Advaitism means non-duality. So the first and the most important lesson is non-duality. In the picture behind me, this is from 1993 Sudan, famine, and it's a real picture. It's not a stage photo. The photographer was so traumatized by the picture of the vulture waiting for the child to die so that the vulture could eat. And the photographer was traumatized that in a word such as this, and he did commit suicide. This picture won awards, but he committed suicide. Now you have to understand, non-duality means that you have to see God, and God means unconditional love in everything, in everything. You cannot become a healer until you see love even in this picture. A brutal picture. Just like in our lives, we have been looking for love in the wrong places and then going around crying, oh, I did not get love and this and that. We are looking for love in the wrong places. Just like that, we have to look for God in all the places, including once more. Look at that. The child is dying of hunger. The vulture is waiting. Of course, there is a third eye. The cameraman who wants to win the award, he's taking the picture instead of helping the child. Maybe he did help the child later. About that, it is very unclear. The fact that I know for sure is that he did commit suicide. Because you cannot live in a world where such atrocities are being committed. And the world is full of it. How do you see God in that? The only answer is non-duality. You use your willpower. If you have to fake it, you fake it. You want to be a healer? You want to be an instrument of the unconditional love? Then there are certain intellectual thoughts that you have to let go of and certain intellectual thoughts that you have to embrace. So most people who read the divine books, the scripture, they will read,
the flow, no matter what happens. We have to go with the flow. Okay, so I have to improvise on this one then. Okay. So non-duality means that whatever has happened, whatever is happening, whatever will happen is part of God's plan. And you, me, everything, everyone, chocolate and shit, food and manure, good and bad, all the extremes is one God. And no matter what it looks like death looks like deadly, bad, ghastly, gruesome. You see the movie Exorcist and you go, oh my God. But after watching the movie Exorcist, most people become even more firm believers in God and start praying more. So everything you have to be able to see in the eyes of God or as God. I want to change the angle. Okay. So the reason that I have asked everyone is that we are going to be having 3 basic methods. One is that we use the symbols of energy, and you declare with me inside yourself. As I have explained, we are not becoming energy masters to be egoistical, make money, get respect, take care of those cracks in our personality which we have from our childhood. I want to be better than you, etc. Our training is conducted to enable us to see the divine in everything and in ourselves. Equal. Like you don't not respect anyone. You respect everyone because through the other person also the same flow of divine love is happening, no matter what they look like, no matter what they do. And inside yourself also, you find the same energy inside your body, no matter what it looks like. Behind your acts, which you call your life, behind your emotions and your way of thinking, and behind even your soul's energy and all, is a divine, inexplicable. If you try to define it, if you try to explain it, if you try to make words for it, you are actually committing murder of God, because you're trying to define something which is undefinable, to say the least. Your body can be defined, your life can be defined, you can be defined, but the divine life force inside you cannot be defined. So slowly, the first stage is going to be working with your symbols of God. So you have to tattoo into yourself the symbols of God with the intent. I let go of my body, mind, which is just random thoughts in the head, and intellect to become a divine servant of this energy of love and become an angel of healing for others. That is your very core first intent. That I want to be an unconditional angel of love. Not looking for love. Please respect me more. Please give me this. Please give me that. I need this to be happy. I need a relationship to be happy. I need this to be happy. You become an giver. And it's very difficult when the whole world is full of just pure consumers. I want this. I need this. The whole society. So it is very gutsy. It's not easy. It's very gutsy to be seeing God in everything and everyone. Because first you see God in everything and everyone, and that includes inside yourself. And when you are seeing God inside yourself, then God is perfection. Then you don't need the respect from your partner or parents or society or this or that. You don't need the new TV. You don't need the new car. You don't need the new clothes. You practically do not need anything from the world. You continue to function as you, but with the barest minimum that you need. You have Gucci, good. You don't have Gucci, good. You have sex, good. You don't have sex, maybe not so good, but bearable. So when you start to become an energy healer, you cannot become an energy healer if in your mind and in your body, you yourself need healing. Most of the people who started to do the healing things, they they had, okay. Most of the people who started to do healing things, just like the people who start to do psychiatry and they have got their own depressions inside. And then that is why psychiatrist is one of the few fields where there are so many suicides. One of the few fields where because people are acting and working from a place of authority and referential power. I am a psychiatrist. I know the defects of the mind. I'm going to work with you. But first, to be a healer, you have to become full of the divine self so that you don't need anything from the world. No money, no respect, no attention, no love in any form. You don't need it. You only give, give, give. Give to everything and everyone in the world. Love, attention, if need be money, whatever. Whatever it takes to keep the people in your life happy, you do it within reasonable bounds. It's not that someone, I said the same thing and someone was like, should I agree to then to a relationship? No, it's your body. Do whatever you want to do. You don't have to go to that extreme. But your body is you have to see the divine in yourself also. But you have to see the divine in the other person also. So it's always a balancing act. So use your logic, but always be a giver. And then that is the first core, that you are going to be a giver of unconditional love. That will start to create the tattoo that we are going to create in your mind of the sacred symbols. So everyone, in the center of your forehead, close your eyes. In the center of your forehead, draw Om. And let that sink in to your soul level energy. Behind, in the center of your forehead, is first your aura. So in the center of the forehead of the aura, draw the Om. With Om, it goes deep inside to your biological body. Om, take it deep inside yourself to your psyche, or basically your psyche is consisting of your upper psyche is just your thoughts which have got emotions in them, your thoughts, your emotions. And then behind that you take it to Om, to a very hard-rooted place of your intellect. This is my way of thinking, my life was like this, and this is good, this is bad. No, now you're going beyond your intellect to where everything is just an act of love. There is no good, no bad, because out of the good, bad is coming out of the bad, good is coming out. We see life and death as life is good, death is bad. But life and death are like the left hand and right hand of the same person. And in the midst is you can't say to a person, I like your left hand, I don't like that. You have to see the connectivity of the divine string connecting not only our hearts which are dancing, but connecting the whole of the creation of the universe. Everything is present inside your head. Your head as where it is processed, and the infinity of love is opened in your heart. So Om, you go back to through your aura, through your biological body, to the deepest part of your psyche, where your thoughts, emotions, intellect, and where your spiritual power is. You make that spiritual power beyond your aura, beyond your body, beyond your mind, beyond your intellect, beyond your emotions. That which is there, the golden power, you make it the shape of Om. And as with closed eyes, you focus now on the center of the forehead, and you start to breathe in. With each breath, you breathe in Om. With each out breath, you breathe out Om. 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 As you breathe in and out, your biological breathing is becoming one with the rhythm of Om, the divine rhythm of eternal life. and you're letting go. You're letting go of your aura, your body, your mind, your intellect, all these things that are in the head. You're letting go of them and focusing into the center of your forehead on the divine Om. And then your heart opens, because in your head you have nothing heavy. So then only your heart opens like a lotus, like you are a Buddha sitting in the lotus of your heart, and you are blessing everything and everyone. And it goes with Om, breathe in through the heart, through your nose, breathe in Om, and through your heart, breathe out Om. It sounds crazy, but it's going to work now. Om, 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 Om. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out as if from the heart. Om. So this cycle of Om through you, in and out, is cleaning you up, cleaning you up, cleaning you up. So every day for this whole week, at least 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and more if possible, you have to sit just with Om, 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 Om. And there are two exercises. One is just imagine Om in the center of your forehead as much as possible. And the other one is going to be easier, what we are doing. Breathe in Om, focusing on the center of the forehead. Now breathe in Om and breathe out from the heart. Om, Om. And you are spreading love to everyone in your life, everyone who has been your teacher, everyone who has hurt you in any way. Om, 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 Om. And you are blessing everyone. And slowly, by doing this Om exercise, you will feel that your palms are getting warmer, and you can put your palms together and feel a golden light, a golden ball of energy, which is the true healing light. And you use this ball of energy to heal your heart. Om, you place this ball of energy to your heart, and you heal your heart of all past, present, and future heaviness. Anything that was covering your golden light of the heart, you are releasing it so that you can slowly start to become a healer of pure joy, healer of a Vedantic, non-dualistic, seeing God in everything and everyone, energy healer. Pranic energy it is called. You can call it whatever. Om, Om. The energy of Om is typically traditionally known as pranic energy. So you are getting your first acquaintance, and you are letting this energy flow through you from your heart to all the people who have caused you any stress in the past. And that's the first stage. So we'll meet. Today it was not easy because the internet went off, this went off, that, and that always happens. When we embark on the divine path, there are going to be challenges for us. There are going to be challenges for us. It is a very difficult task to see God in everything and everyone. Very, very difficult task, especially in our times, more probably in all the times. So today's lesson is you breathe in, breathe out. Om. That's all. That's the first and initiation exercise. At 7 o'clock, I'll have the other meditation. I'll see you.
Holding hands. Holding hands very, very close to each other, but not really touching. Now the picture behind me is of a famine in Sudan, and it's a very brutal picture. Usually I have pictures of gods, Om, energy symbols. And those blessings flowing through those pictures empower us and give us a comfort. However, our job is not to be comfortable. So, Galia is there today. So, Mama Galia is there. Обычно наша задача бывает быть комфортным, имея фотографии там Бога сзади. Сегодня наша задача быть потрясен. Today our job is that we are moved. Our job is to become changed. So that from this small being, we can become openly self-realized, enlightened, who we are. So our job is today to become uncomfortable, and the world is very strange. If we are happy in this world, and look at this picture, how can we be happy? There is that vulture, he's dead. This boy, it's a real-time picture in Sudan, 1993, Swami. He's dying, and this vulture is waiting. And the photographer for New York Magazine, maybe he helped, maybe he did not help, but he's taking the photograph, and he did win prizes with it. But then he committed suicide also. Because you cannot live in a world where there is so much amount. How can you be happy? And in the world, there is so much amount of such atrocities being created. So we cannot be happy. How can we be happy when in the world? We are also connected to this. This child reflects all of us. How can we be happy on the planet when there is so much amount of this atrocity also happening? And there are McDonald's everywhere. $1, no one would mind giving out $1. And a $1 McDonald's hamburger will save this child for at least a day. It has 500 calories, which is enough. But the McDonald's is here, our desire to give is here, and this child is in the past, first of all. But even now, as we speak, these pictures are real-time pictures. So how can we be happy when this is happening on the planet? And if we are unhappy, how can we live? That was the question that the photographer posed, and that's why he committed. He left the planet after a couple of years of winning prizes for this photo. He left the planet. The key is that we have to be seeing that God is there in everything and everyone. And it sounds so stupid. How can I see God in this death? But when we talk about death and life, we see this is birth, this is life, this is birth, life, and this is death, and we are flowing through it. And this is good, that is bad. But in reality, it is one vibration starting from here, going like this. It starts off here, not even before even we are born on the planet. We are already in the universe, in the creation. We are here, and the energy moves. Life on this planet, living on this planet, death. And again, we are going to be coming back. So we have this vibration, but we see one part of it and we say, this is good. This part where I was alive and where I was born, even though there is even such a thing known as birth trauma. So even if you are born You are already, because you came from the comfort of the mother, you are forced apart, you already have a trauma. Okay. But we see this as being born, yay, and then someone is dying. No. But how can you judge when it is the same energy in different places? And energy is never going to be static in one place. So the energy is one. You cannot say your left hand representing life is good, your right hand is bad, and everything in between is a flex. It's in its all entirety. This vulture, this child, the photographer, you, me, all of us together. We are one consciousness. You have different personalities. We all have different personalities. We all have different cars. We all have different bodies. We all have different clothes. But we are one presence on the planet. The creation. We are one. That is why if someone has got pain, pain, if we were totally disconnected from this person, it wouldn't make any difference to us at all then. If we were totally disconnected. But we have to be, first of all, be grateful to this child. This child, by his heroism of going through such a pain, has gifted the world with this photograph that is changing your mind and our collective consciousness. If this photograph was not there, how will we evolve? We would be living as most of the people live on the planet, happy with Coca-Cola, and that's all. Coca-Cola has got, I think, around 5 spoonfuls of sugar, so everyone who drinks it gets a high, is good, and then we would keep on drinking Coca-Cola, and we won't care about anything else. It is the acts of heroism of the people who are going through the contrast of our comfortable life in North America that shakes us up. And during the shaking, the intent is that we shake off our shackles of looking for comfort, looking for love, looking for respect, looking for relationships, looking for money. They are all the same in reality, looking for love in the wrong places. They are all the same. You might be thinking that I'm looking for more work, I'm looking for respect, I'm looking for relationship, I'm looking for money, I'm looking for happiness. It's all at the end of the day looking for love. And we are looking for love in things. If I have a Gucci, I'll feel better. If I have a relationship, if someone treats my body and gives my body pleasure, then that is my soulmate and all that. Relationship. And then if I have a job in which I get more money and people respect and pay attention to me more, then I am better off, etc. Or if I have more amount of comfort, or if I didn't have this person in my life, or if I had this person in my life, I would be happy. But these are all mind games, and all of them are stupid. Because nothing, I know tons of people who have big jobs, I know tons of people who have a lot of relationships, I know tons of people who have even a lot of attention, and these even teachers, etc., gurus, etc., everyone that you can. And insecure. Insecurities will show up in different ways, in the need for money, in the need to buy something more expensive, in the need to buy. All these are insecurities. Everything that you think you need from the outside world is a reflection of the insecurity, because me and you are no better than this heroic child. In fact, this child, by going through that starvation, by being photographed, has helped to change the consciousness of so many people, us included right now. And what have we done in North America? We live our life in which we look for money, look for respect, look for love, and then keep on crying, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. We are so gifted and blessed to be on the planet. And we are in North America, most of us right now. But we are achieving much less than we should have been. And we are achieving much less because we are living for ourselves. So we are going to be doing the following exercise. I'm going to be doing Om Namah Shiva with all of you. Whether you chant it or you do not chant it, it's okay. You are going to be feeling the energy. Now, Om Namah Shiva, most of you know it is my favorite prayer because it's very short, easy to teach and easy to work with. Now when I'm saying Om Namah Shiva, all of you are going to be focusing in the center of the forehead, feeling Om flowing from above so that our bodies, our mind, our intellect becomes an instrument in the hands of the universe to help this child. And prayers have no restriction of geography, time, space, any restriction. No restrictions are there. So from our present prayer, we will send the healing energy of love, unconditional love, to this child in 1993 in Sudan. Om, we receive the blessings from the universe. Namo, we redirect it to this child in Namo. Shivaya, we become one with this child and with all the people who are suffering on the planet. We become one with them. And by becoming one with all the poor, sad, and people who have misery, people who have 1,000 times, billion times less than us, we start to appreciate our own life. We start to appreciate our own life. Just focus on the Om in the center of the forehead. Focus on Om for sempre alba. Открывается сердце, излучаем любовь, молитву этому мальчику, который умер в Судане в 1993 году. Умер от голода, и потом фотографии тоже застрелился. Потому что он не мог жить в этом мире, где такая жестокость. Мы обеим послаем сквозь время, пространство и всяких ограничений, послаем любовь. Om Namo Shiva. Om, receiving through the crown of the head blessings of the universe. Namo, opening our heart, sending love to this child and the photographer and everyone who is in such similar situation, past, present, and future. Om Namo Shiva. Om, drag it down, push it down. Om Namo Shiva. Sending love, излучайте любовь этому мальчику и фотографисту. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo. Om Namo. Namo. Om Namo. Om Namo Shivaya. 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 I'm going to repeat the key teachings. Usually I have behind me the symbol of Om, God, and their pictures, and that gives a high level of comfort. And that is good because the divine path to self-realization is very difficult and needs all the support. But comfort is not what we came for on this planet. So the picture behind me showing the vulture ready to eat the intestines of the child when he dies shows us the atrocities that are happening on the planet right now. And we can never be truly be happy when on the planet so much is happening. And that is why the photographer, Klein, I think his name was, committed suicide. We understand and we use willpower to see God in the vulture, in the child, in the photographer, because due to their sacrifice, this picture is there, enabling us to become better self-realized people, understanding our privileges in North America. In comparison to this heroic soul, which is passing through such a death of famine, what are the difficulties that we have in North America? Some relationship issues, some money issues, some respect here and there, some thingy that we wanted or someone that we wanted. Another person is just a biological creator of shit, that's all. I know because of the sex, we think, oh, this person is happiness, but it's not. Half of the people want to be divorced and half of the people want to be married. It's just the way that is. Even people who have been married for a long time can be divorced. Things can change. It happened with me, may happen, and it's all okay. Whatever is happening in the universe is okay. But we bless with love the person who are in a similar situation. This person, because it is a prayer, it will go through us. It's not our prayer. Ours is the effort and intent. The prayer blessings from the universe will go through to this child and everyone who is in a similar situation, past, present, and future, and make us aware that our problems in North America are zero. We have negative, only plus problems. If we have a relationship, any problem shows that we have in the abundance on the planet in North America. All our problems are not real problems, so that we can always not be happy that someone is failing, but be equanimous by sending love to this child, to the photographer, and to all the people past, present, and future. And it sounds like a tall order, but it's not. We are just going to be accepting Om flowing from the crown, going to our heart Namo, spreading love to this child. And in the process, vanishing, dissolving ourselves. Om Namo Shivaya. 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 May there be total harmony in your self, the true self. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. May your body, mind, intellect be full of harmony, of love, full of appreciation for the sacrifice of those who are poor, sick, and sad, fully appreciative of your own abundance in Dr. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Fully thankful that with such sacrifice, this boy shows to us our abundance and how our problems are not problems at all. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. If anyone has any questions,